Secret Society of Airlines? Nah, just boarding pass codes. But what if I told you that these codes hold the key to unlocking the secrets of your journey? Ever stare at your boarding pass and think, what do all these letters and numbers even mean? It's like trying to decipher an ancient script, isn't it? It's like a secret code, right? Well, not really a secret, but a code? Absolutely. Each letter and number has a specific purpose, guiding you through the maze of modern air travel. Airlines, those mysterious entities that somehow lose your luggage but know exactly how much extra legroom to charge you for, use these codes to communicate important information about your flight. From your seat assignment to your boarding group, it's all there. It's their way of keeping things organized and efficient, even if it makes you feel like you need a degree in cryptography to understand your own travel plans. But don't worry, we're here to help you crack the code. Think of it like this. Your boarding pass is like a secret handshake, but instead of getting you into a smoky back room with other people who know the code, it gets you on a giant metal tube hurtling through the sky. It's your ticket to adventure. And just like that handshake, these codes tell the airline staff everything they need to know about you and your journey. From your frequent flyer status to your meal preferences, it's all encoded in those little letters and numbers. So buckle up, buttercups, because we're about to decode the mysteries of your boarding pass. Get ready to become an expert in airline hieroglyphics. By the end of this, you'll be fluent in airline speak and ready to impress your fellow passengers with your newfound knowledge. You'll never look at your boarding pass the same way again. More than meets the eye. Why these cryptic codes exist. Now you might be wondering, why all the secrecy? Can't airlines just write window seat or first class on your boarding pass? Well, where's the fun in that? Besides, codes are way more efficient. They cram a lot of information into a small space, which is important when you're dealing with millions of passengers and flights every day. Imagine if your boarding pass had to list every single detail about your trip. It would be the size of a CVS receipt. These codes are like shorthand for airline staff. They allow them to quickly scan your boarding pass and get all the essential information they need, like your seat number, your flight route, and whether you're allowed to cut the queue for the bathroom. So, instead of complaining about the cryptic nature of your boarding pass, try to appreciate the efficiency it represents. It's all part of the grand orchestration that gets you and your luggage, hopefully, to your destination on time. Decoding your seat. It's all in the letters and numbers. Let's start with the most important code on your boarding pass, your seat assignment. This little combination of letters and numbers holds the key to your in-flight experience. You know, that coveted spot where you'll spend the next few hours trying to sleep, work, or avoid eye contact with the crying baby in the row behind you. It's your personal space in the sky, for better or worse. The seat code is usually a combination of a number and a letter, like 12A or 27F. This code is your guide to finding your seat in the often confusing layout of an airplane cabin. The number, you guessed it, refers to the row number. It's the easy part, helping you locate the general area where you'll be sitting. Now the letter part is where it gets tricky. Each airline has its own system, but generally, A and F are window seats, while C and D are aisle seats. This can make a big difference in your comfort and view. The middle seat, that dreaded purgatory of air travel, is usually B or E. It's the spot no one wants but someone always ends up with. But don't get too excited just yet. These letters can vary depending on the type of aircraft. Different planes have different seating configurations, which can change the meaning of those letters. So, before you get your hopes up about snagging that window seat, double-check the seat map during online check-in. It's a small step that can save you a lot of discomfort later. It's always better to be safe than sorry, especially when you're trapped in a metal tube with a stranger's elbow in your ribs. Knowing your seat assignment can make your journey a bit more bearable. Section 4. Connecting the dots. Flight segment codes explained. Now let's talk about flight segments. These codes are important if you're taking a connecting flight, which is basically the airline equivalent of a layover, but with more stress and potential for missed connections. The flight segment code is a two-letter combination usually found next to your flight number. It tells the airline staff which leg of your journey you're on. For example, if your flight from London to New York has a segment code of BA, and your connecting flight from New York to Los Angeles has a segment code of LA, you know you're in for a wild ride. Just kidding, sort of. But seriously, these codes help ensure that you and your luggage end up on the right plane. So, next time you're facing a layover, take a moment to appreciate the humble flight segment code. It's the unsung hero of air travel, quietly working behind the scenes to get you where you need to go, one confusing letter combination at a time. Section 5. The perks of being special passenger status codes. Now, for the fancy stuff, passenger status codes. These little codes on your boarding pass can make a world of difference in your travel experience. These codes indicate your loyalty program status, which basically means how much money you've spent with the airline. The more you fly, the higher your status. If you're a frequent flyer, you might see codes like gold, platinum, or even diamond on your boarding pass. These are not just shiny titles, they come with real benefits. Diamond status, for instance, is often the pinnacle of airline loyalty programs. It signifies a traveler who has spent a significant amount of time and money flying with the airline. These codes come with perks like priority boarding, lounge access, and sometimes even complimentary upgrades. Imagine skipping the long lines and relaxing in a plush lounge before your flight. And let's not forget the envy of everyone stuck in the economy queue, watching you breeze through the priority lane. But let's be real, most of us are lucky if we can afford to check a bag, let alone achieve diamond status. The majority of travelers are not frequent flyers. For us mere mortals, our boarding passes usually display a basic or economy passenger status code. This means we get to experience the joys of standard travel. Basic or economy status codes are the most common and come with the least amount of perks. But hey, at least we get to fly. These codes mean we get to enjoy the privilege of paying for overpriced snacks and cramped seats. It's all part of the travel experience. But hey, at least we're flying, right? We might not have the luxury, but we still get to our destination. And who knows, maybe one day we'll join the elite ranks of frequent flyers and have our boarding passes adorned with those coveted status codes. Until then, we'll just keep dreaming of comfy seats and free cocktails, one budget flight at a time. After all, every journey starts with a single step. So next time you look at your boarding pass, remember those codes are more than just letters and numbers. They tell a story of your travel journey. Until then, we'll just keep dreaming of comfy seats and free cocktails, one budget flight at a time. And who knows, maybe one day we'll join the elite ranks of frequent flyers and have our boarding passes adorned with those coveted status codes. Section 6. Real-life boarding pass code examples. Alright, enough with the theory, let's look at some real-life examples of boarding pass codes and what they actually mean. Imagine this, you're flying British Airways from Heathrow, LHR, to JFK Airport, JFK. Your boarding pass might have a seat code like 22A, indicating you've snagged a window seat in row 22. Lucky you. The flight segment code could be BA, showing it's a British Airways operated flight. And unless you're secretly royalty or a rock star, your passenger status code probably says economy. Don't worry, we've all been there. Now, let's say you're connecting to a domestic flight within the US. This segment might have a different code, like AA for American Airlines, with a new seat assignment like 15C. See? It's like a puzzle, but instead of a pretty picture, you get to travel. Exciting, right? Section 7. Your boarding pass. A treasure map of information. So, there you have it, a crash course in boarding pass code cracking. Now you can impress your fellow passengers with your newfound knowledge or, just use it to make sure you don't accidentally board the wrong flight. Remember, your boarding pass is more than just a piece of paper. It's your ticket to adventure, a treasure map filled with secret codes that unlock the mysteries of air travel. Next time you're at the airport, take a moment to appreciate the humble boarding pass. It's a marvel of modern travel, cramming a wealth of information into a tiny rectangle of paper, or increasingly your phone screen. And if you ever find yourself confused by those cryptic codes, just remember this guide. Happy travels.